Come get your life. Why do I have a oh, okay. What is that card called? Forsaken Monument? Yeah. I guess a Tully doesn't really work. Oh, wait. I have an idea. I do not need... Yeah, okay. Actually, I shouldn't play Eleventh. Yeah. Ashaya does not make mountains. This is an aggro commander? Is it? I don't know. I don't feel like it is. I want the Eldrazi. I can't play Tooth and Nail. I mean, I actually could just simply play Tooth and Nail anyways. I think the 5s don't make sense. Or maybe just that one single 5. Because ideally, this is what I cast when I have 5 mana. And then why would I cast Hour of Promise when I have that? Yeah, you can't cast non-creatures. Yeah, so I want Eldrazi. I suppose all of them? Emrakul could be weird because I can't cast it like the very next turn. So it might be kind of weird. But the rest are okay. I think. I think so. There's a world where Tooth and Nail is just like a thing I could play anyways. In fact, I probably could just full stop play Tooth and Nail in this deck. I don't know if it's a Craterhoof deck. I mean, you could play Craterhoof. I'm acting like it wouldn't work or something. When did we get this art? I don't know. Do I not have sneak attack? Oh, I don't. Ujin's Labyrinth, and then probably some more cards that cost 7 and up. Like, it's probably okay to just play, whatchamacallit? Do I have all of... Looks like I do. Oh, my ones are ideal. Okay, so the landfall is slightly worse. That's probably okay. This doesn't have trample. Yeah, we could put Tooth and Nail in here. Do I like Titania? No, really, I think my 5 is just my commander. So I don't like my 5 slots, even if they are creatures, the more I think about it. So I'm going to take out Titania. Vibrance is fine. Fury is just a thing you can cast. Regent is a Cultivate. Overlord is just a rampant growth. Yeah, that's fine. I think it's because it's still a Valakut deck. I should. Oh, it has the Thespian Stage thing too. Hour of Promise could just still be in this deck if that's really what I'm trying to do. Could put Hour of Promise back in. I don't think it gets in the way. You can just cast it instead of your commander, especially if you don't have anything to actually do. So, maybe that's fine. Oop, that's not Hour of Promise. Silly me. Looking at red cards. Silly me. What am I thinking? red cards in my format. In my green deck. It's definitely not real fellows. I'm okay with Lumra. I actually kind of don't like Earthbender's Ascension. It's okay, I guess, but not too big of a fan of it here. I think there's a ton of ramp at 3 mana. I don't need to play this one. Yeah. I think the pathway should either be a forest or a mountain. Like, if I need red, I should be good. And I'm playing Greenlands. This just seems like it's going to always be one. And at that point, it should just always be a basic. Or one of the two. Probably a mountain, but Bossing Say is also another one. I don't think ever really does anything outside of, like, control decks that stop you from casting cards and you might Bossing Say 5 times. Seems like a stretch, though. It is fairly just untapped all the time anyways. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play it. Honestly, I'm not sure if I should even put another mountain in here. Yeah, I should put it. I mean, excuse me, another forest. I think I should put a mountain instead. Maybe Craterhoof isn't that crazy. Yeah, Earthbending's not. I wouldn't play either of those cards because I hope to Earthbend, so I shouldn't play them at all, especially Bossing Say, because that's kind of all it does. Earthbending Ascension at least does something else, I guess, but I really don't care, unless I always have Badger Mole Cub in play or Keenan. Maybe this just isn't a Craterhoof deck. I feel like I would just play a giant colorless spell that is something else instead of that. I just... Alright, I'll take out Clifftop. I think there's just better things going on. It can randomly hit the thing, but I'm not... I don't know. There's just better things going on. Alright. This is Nikya of the Old Ways. 5 mana 5/5. When it's in play, you can't cast non-creature spells, but all of your lands tap for twice as much. So you can play this at 5 mana and then untap and then just instantly cast a 10-drop. Or play a land and instantly cast a 12-drop, which is crazy. It's like Forsaken Monument in colorless. or whatever that Ultima thing is. So it's like that. The can't cast non-creature things really just isn't a big deal because you don't have to cast it. You can just have it sit in the command zone if you have something else you're trying to do. I was thinking about putting Tooth and Nail in here, and I'm like, oh, I can't cast it after untapping with my commander. But I don't have to untap my commander. It could die, and then I could cast it on the ramp spell and suddenly have Tooth and Nail. Or I could just never cast it and just do the Tooth and Nail thing instead. It's still a Valakut strategy, so like Scape Shift is in here. This is the Omnath, the red-green Omnath deck with some changes to it. But it's still got the same kind of idea. It has this in it too, the Dark Depth Thespian Stage. I don't know if I like it that much here, but again, your commander really only has to be played when you're trying to explode and do something crazy. And I think the 7-mana Omnath, the red-green one that makes 5/5s, is kind of like the same thing. It shows up sort of after you cast all your ramp spells, so it's like a little bit awkward to then continuously spam lands after you windmill slam this giant creature. Especially if you do it on curve, then you can't like play a land the same turn. So I found that Omnath actually doesn't show up that much, and I think this could be the same idea, where my command zone is a Forsaken Monument, but only when I need it. And I think that's kind of interesting, so we're going to try that. Let's send it. Also, another reason I want to play this is because today they actually put the Zendikar lands on the store. So I got the red and green one. The other 3 aren't the Zendikar specific arts I like, but these 2 are my favorite of the type, so I love those. My favorite, some of my favorite full art lands. Another excuse to play them. Any excuse to play full art Zendikar lands. How can we not? Simply how? Alright, well, we're up against something that I was kind of hoping we'd be in, like, dumpster bracket, because I've never seen this commander ever, but can't have everything. Can't have everything. I should just... I could probably afford to get 1 forest. I do have the green thing. But this is okay. I can Vibrance a 2-drop. I really hope they play a 2-drop. Ah, tragic. Alright, well, I'm going to still do... No, I'm not evoking it. So let's get Valakut. I think? Yeah. Valerino. Alright. This has to kill the World Wagon. This is also not a shrine. It's just a card. Yep. We're gonna play Burgeoning and then our commander. And they have to sweep the board. Or they probably just die. And we also have just lands. Well, that was good. I'm gonna go face with this over and over. Yep. I could have probably lightning bolted the 1/1. They would ephemerate anyways. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Why is it asking if I want priority? Oh, because of the stupid grove. I see. Well, opponent opponent finds a way to gain life. Fascinating. Cool. Must be nice. Is Keswick Wolf Run in the game? Stupid. No, it's not, is it? Nope. Oh, cool, the same format. I mean, matchup. Obviously the same format. Can't wait. I need the second green source. Yep. Oh, cool. Oh, I can't even play the Llanowar Elves? I guess there's no reason to play the Llanowar Elves? I didn't think of that, but Ristic Study is, yeah, I can't play it. It's not like the Llanowar Elves is actually doing anything, to be fair. Okay, triple shock land. With what appears to be some kind of solitude or something in hand. Okay. It's literally 5-color mythic rare pile, and has nothing to do with shrines. Playing a guild gate for some reason. Oh, this is familiar. Cool. The exact same thing happened. That was fun. I can't wait for it to happen again. Very enjoyable. I mean, it was actually just down to the same identical cards, too. It was the same thing. At least I cast my spells. Do I have... Nope. What is this? Okay. I think I'm playing Nissa next turn. Okay, well, I think maybe now nothing actually matters because I can't do anything about that. Do I need another? Yeah, I probably should. No, I'm going to get a mountain. I think the game's probably over anyways because I can't kill Vivi. So I would just argue the game is probably just over anyways. Yep. I'm not about to play a bunch of Strangles and Lightning Bolts. Good old Strike It Rich. I feel like so far my opponent and my deck doesn't have any business playing against what it's seeing. Vibrance doesn't look like it's doing the thing. I'm not keeping this, right? No, I'm not keeping this. No, sir. I haven't seen a single Eldrazi. I don't think I would have gotten to a castable position, though, so I guess that doesn't matter. Those are the Zendikar basics. Rurik Thar? I don't think you could play... Well, it does the thing, I guess. It doesn't really show up in time, I feel. Vivi just takes 6 to bounce it, and then just does the thing anyways. He'd also have to get to 6 mana to cast it. Holy, green tap lands. Yep, there we go, of course. Well, that doesn't work either. Oh, God. I think I'm gonna get rid of that. I can't even kill it with Red and 6. Yep. So... Farseek. Well, this is unusual. Let's go ahead and play this. Wait, it's in my graveyard, right? Yeah. Well, let's hope that whatever that card is can't kill planeswalkers. Alright, well, we have all the mana. We just have to draw something. Yeah, there's some of my favorite basics. Probably, I like my favorite full arts. Okay, well, I'm gonna play this. And I got absolutely nothing to do with this card, so to the face it goes. We're getting the lands, I can't seem to draw giant threats, so maybe I just need more in my deck. I don't know. Do they even have a land in their hand? Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think they do. Okay, well, That's a thing, I guess. They didn't swing at my Ren. I minused it because I thought they were just simply going to kill it. But they didn't, for some reason. Alright, let's just hope they're scared of my commander. And I have to read this. Okay, well they were scared of my commander, so we love to see that. I don't need Ren in 6, but I guess I don't need Elvish Mystic anyways. If I block there, I can keep Ren in 6. I just don't think that matters. Oh, my opponent's just dead. My opponent's just dead. Okay. As far as I'm aware. Yeah. Oh wow, I drew it too. Okay, maybe they're not totally dead. But a 10... They're not completely dead, but their board is gone? And I suppose I'm just going to recast those? How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so this does let me do the thing. Been doing alright. How about yourself? Alright, well, they did have an answer. And they are currently not dead. But I do have... Wait, I should swing first and see if they block. That's what I should do. Alright, they did not block. Makes this decision a lot easier. And then we can take out, I guess, the white? Alright, yeah. Alright, well, we drew one of the giant thingies, and it worked, so that's ideal. But my opponent did the best thing you could do, they just didn't capitalize on it. I'm gonna add more things. I feel like I'm not finding the things I need. Their commander is the Arcades, but different. You don't like Doran? I think Doran's sweet. I'm not going to play World Spine Worm. I could play more. I just want things to do. I could even put the End Stone in here, honestly. I liked Meteor Golem last time I was playing. Maybe it's fine again. Can't play Meteor Sword. Wait. Oh, I can't... I don't want to play the End Stone because it has to be a creature. Right. That's the whole point. I could still play the End Stone to be totally fair. I could still just put it in here. I'm not going to play Gulta either. Natali? Natali doesn't work with my commander in play, so it's kind of awkward. Honestly, it's still just like a good card, I guess, but yeah. I think maybe the landfall ramp spells are weird, because if my commander's in play, I can't play more than one land a turn. I don't know if that makes Lotus Cobra worse, I feel like it still doesn't. There's probably just better things to do instead of Lotus Cobra. Same with Nissa, really? Does Nissa find any of these things? It can find Lumra, I guess. We could shave 2 lands. We're at 45 lands. Probably shave 2. I haven't had a Valakut game yet. But I think 45 is kind of just fine with a deck looking like this, honestly. Alright, I'm gonna try that. I added more giant things, so surely that helps, right? The commander I probably flop against is what should I call it? I'd have to actually think about it. I would play against Doran all day. The best thing it can do is just ramp and do the green thing. That's just the best it can do. But I'm doing that anyways myself. I was thought about playing Svella today, but I thought I'd play something I don't think I've ever actually played instead, as much as I like Svella. Utopia Sprawl. Alright, another hand with stuff in it. I'm told that's ideal. Hopefully this doesn't wind up being awkward. But Utopia Sprawl is probably in play forever against a deck like this. Wait, what is this? Okay, that's the weird one. Huh, okay. They probably mulligan for a 1-mana removal spell, as one should against a green deck. As one should. It's named Green. I'm going to play Mossborn Hydra and ask them to kill it. And if they don't, it probably kills them. So. And it does this awfully quick. Tap that and that to do this. I don't need Ugin's Labyrinth. Green, red. Wait, are they just dead? Is my opponent just dead on turn 2? That's stupid. That's very stupid of me. They're just... not turn 2, but they died on their turn 2. Right? Because it goes to 16, 32, 64, because I get 3 lands. Wow, that's... I mean, they had to have the removal spell, and I'm kind of assuming it's a 1-mana removal. No, it wasn't cut down, or maybe it could have been Fatal Push? Or just nothing, they just mulliganed. Well, okay, that's dumb. My bad. Okay. Unfortunate. Literally died turn 2. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever done that. That is gross. I mean, there's a lot of things my opponent could do to kill it, though, in a mono-black deck. They just didn't have any of those cards. This hand is okay. The problem is I don't have anything to do after all of this is put into play, so I don't really know what I'm doing with that hand. Ooh, alright, well, I need to draw something. That doesn't help. If I don't draw something next turn, I'm going to concede. I should not have kept this hand. That was a mistake. Okay, I'm over it. Well, wait a minute. We do have Defense of the Heart, and this deck demands creatures, so I guess this could work. That is not their commander, and I'm not totally sure as to why they made that choice. But you got it. The last of the forests. Alright, if they do anything and can't stop defense, that's how we beat this stupid thing. That's actually kind of annoying. But maybe not annoying enough to where I feel like the game is over. Oh look, it's the same exact enchantment every time I play against Hi-Bi today. Wow. 3 for 3. Okay, well, just gonna ask the question. Just gonna ask the question. It's a simple question. That's a no, so far. Well, Hi-Bi is kind of just the 5-color good stuff commander right now, I think. I'd play it instead of the first sliver, if I was going to pick one. It's kind of doing the same thing, like, in a philosophy sense. You cast it and cascade into something. And this has the capacity to actually win with one of its cascade options. Okay, cool. I'm just dead. Fun. Silly me. Just always finding perfect lethal. Makes sense. Why worry about defensive heart when you can just kill your opponent in 5-color good stuff piles? It also seems like Hi-Bi is no longer goofy. It's just like the sweatiest thing in the universe now. It used to be just kind of like trines and random nonsense, but not anymore. It seems like Hi-Bi is the vintage mythic rare 5-color pile. I'm not going to keep that. I'm going to get a green. I mean, the mountains only matter when Valakit's around, and I'm not really concerned about Valakit right now. I probably come close to just losing on the spot if the bird dies here, unless I draw a land that I can use. Or they could just go right over the top of it. Okay, what am I doing here? This thing? Okay, well I survived whatever that was. I don't know, what I have like 2 turns left? This is a good sign. They didn't cast like something actually scarier than Sylvan Safekeeper. Okay, so this thing into lands for days? I can cast my commander and then do nothing. So it's not a good commander turn, I don't think. I suppose I'm just playing this then. They're effectively the same here. Except this doesn't mill an Eldrazi. Or, excuse me, this doesn't mill an Eldrazi and I lose my fetch land. But they're more or less the same. I could have, like, tried to cast this, but if it dies, I've effectively done nothing. I might as well do something that leaves a thing behind. What does that do? But, like I said, I'd probably lose in, like, a turn or two, because Flubs is that kind of deck. Okay, apparently I lose next turn. Okay, apparently I lose this turn. Fun. Silly me thinking I could play more Magic. I feel like I'm wasting my time. Yep. You got it. I thought I could play more Magic, but opponent said no. You're an idiot. Thinking you got another turn. I can't even kill their commander because of the Sylvan Safekeeper. Fun. Ooh, man, if I had one green source here. Oh, well, I don't. Oh my... Please? Game? Please? Please? No sneak attack, I don't think. I don't think... Viable land? No, not quite. Well, that was an awful mulligan sequence. Well, at least I don't think that's happened that much, but that was obviously atrocious. I guess I'll just cast this. Because they're going to counter, I guess, anything I do? Or not? Sure. Does that help? Not really. Not really. Man, I can't wait to not resolve a single spell this game. It's going to be so enjoyable. Is today just going to be dumb? Is today dumb, boring day? Or I don't get to play any cards or do anything interesting? One, two, three. I mean, literally nothing matters. I'm just gonna do that. There's no way I'm casting it. I'm going to cast this, and then I'm going to concede when they counter it. Alright, they didn't counter it, so I guess it's getting bounced. Same thing. Cool. Talent. If I was a turn faster, it would still be the same thing. It's like the same exact thing if I was a turn faster. Yep, I guess today is just like dumb, boring day. Alright. I know, there's not much I can do about that. I can cast my commander, but then I don't have Emrakul the next turn because it's under something. I also can't cast Entish if I do that. But I suppose I should go that route anyways. Because it's a better payoff than Entish regardless. I'm just going to do that. It's only a land, right? Yeah, it's only lands, so land or else doesn't help too much. I'm not going to block it. Ice Till, does that help? I can't play that Entish. I suppose it's okay. Not even sure what I'm trying to mill. Well, I did not want to mill Godo, I'll tell you that much. That was not what I wanted to mill. First strike. Alright, so we have it next turn? Which is, when you have this specific Emrakul super early, it kind of sucks. Like here, it just feels like it kind of sucks to cast it. But maybe it's okay. So, I can just maybe make Ice Till have it cost less or something. Okay, well, like most people, they don't want to get mind-slavered, so they just don't want to deal with it. But this is, like, far and away the most tame Emrakul. This is just the worst one to cast really fast, because they don't have a ton of mana, and I can't just destroy everything. But they don't have a lot of cards left, I guess. I still have to discard. I can kill their commander, put it to the graveyard, and I guess I could also kill this, because I assign combat damage. Oh, it would kind of cost me everything, wouldn't it, though? I'd have to, like, block with everything, and then keep something alive, which I suppose would be... It would have to be this. Yeah, never mind. It's kind of a pain to kill. But I can swing with it, let it hit me, and naturalize their Honden. Can scribe bad things to the top, and who knows, maybe they have Toxic Deluge in their hand, and they just win. Seen that before. But I would have much preferred any of the other giant dumb things, honestly. Oh well, we did it. And it looks like not playing Entish was right. What is that? Candela? Is that the 1-mana spaceship? Yep, it is. I'm gonna eat the 13-mana Emrakul, which works out quite nicely, honestly. Because against mono white, what I assume is beat stuff is just ideal. Do I cast that or this? Alright, I'm gonna do Badger Mole Cub. Okay, yeah. Silly me. Silly me. Why not just have that? Why not just have that? Archdruid's Charm, I'm not sure what it's doing right now. I don't have 5 lands for this. These two. Okay, sure. Well, no, I guess that just doesn't matter anyways. Now I can cast literally nothing. Typical Mana Tithe. Okay, now I can cast magic cards again. What joy. Well, there's no reason to think about it on my turn. I'm not getting Delighted Halfling. I could just get a mountain. Actually, I really don't know what to get with this. I really don't know what to do here. I don't think dealing with anything really matters. Getting this back is just weird. It's just weird to get Lanorel's back, so I guess I'm going to search for something else. Yeah, it's just a weird time to cast this. I'm always getting a land, though. Guess I'll get Commercial District. Lanorel's is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is not castable, because this is tapped. That is probably not as good as just trying to cast Ulamog next turn, but it is close. That is a close decision. I'll say that. If I was going to draw something that made me think about it, that would be the card to think about it. What is that? Sure. Okay. Yet again. Oh, this had Ward 1. Oh, I could have just left it under there. It had Ward 1. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that was a mistake. Of course, our last card is really good. Why not? Typical. Yeah, that was a... Probably, honestly, probably just a game-losing mistake. It was just a very stupid mistake. I was not supposed to put it at the command zone. Why am I thinking about this? It doesn't matter. That was a huge mistake. Yep. Cost me. Of course it cost me the game too. Yep. Okay. You got it. Alright, that's my bad. I think I'm still going to lose anyways, but I certainly didn't do myself any favors by doing that the way I did it. I was supposed to put it in the, just keep it under there. That was a huge mistake. Well, they had the perfect amount of threats and the perfect amount of answers to everything like Mana Tithe. So, to do exactly the amount of damage they need. Honestly, I think I would fare well if I mean, I'm not going to play around Minute Tithe like that. But if I did play around it, I would have been in an exceedingly good spot, for sure. Also, it's high buy for the 6th time today. How exciting. Rurik Thar? Thanks for the resub. Rurik Thar is not doing anything. You scryed and then you cast Rampant Growth. Typical green player. Why think about anything? Do I play Omen Path? I'm actually not sure. It kind of sets me up for land drops for the rest of the game, so it's kind of weird not to play it. Getting Dark Depths and hitting Dark Depths is kind of annoying, though. Maybe I don't want to grab that. I just don't want, like, Omen Path to just not give me a mana source. I could get this. That doesn't feel like it's that great here, though. So I'll just do that. Yeah, I just don't want to hit that stupid thing. I'm not going to Dark Depths, even though I have Thespian Stage. I'd rather just try to race my mana to kill him with Valakut, or... Oh, which I actually did hit Valakut. Or cast this into this. I could take the Dark Depths thing out, honestly. Oh, look, it's the same hit they hit every time I played against it today. Absolutely fascinating. How do they do it? Well, mountain it is, and untap. And get cool stuff. Let's do Gauntlet. Wait, does it matter? Construct? I'd rather not, like, make my opponent know exactly what's up, but... I mean, we're here anyways. There's no way to give that haste. I swear they're like 5 for 5 hitting this, which is funny. Okay. So this killing high buy? No, that's dumb. I should kill the card draw engine, because that is winning the game currently. And I can swing for 5. And I almost kind of hope they kill it, so then I can cast these. So, if my commander dies, I then have pretty sure Scape Shift lethal. I think. Or I'm just dead to this stupid thing again. That's always fun. Am I? 1, 2, 3. Not quite. Block, block, block. Take 21. Okay. My commander didn't die, so I'm kind of stuck now. And there's, again, no Kessig Wolf Run, so... Alright, they should not have blocked. That was probably a game-losing mistake. I can't believe they just did that. But we take those. That's hilarious. Oh, typical green players. You got it. I should not have won this game. Yeah, when nature calls. Okay, yeah. All they had to do was not block. They would have lost or won the game. This is the second time I've seen this. After having, like, almost never really seen this card. It's kind of funny. Now that, like, almost every high-buy player, which there has been 10 of the 15 games I've played, they hit this, like, every time. I don't know what's going on. But when they do that, it makes this card specifically good, because this makes a bunch of 1/1s. Because otherwise, you're making, like, 2 creatures large, but they've had the sequence, like, every time. I still think the blue ones are, like, overall better, but it's funny that it keeps happening. And it actually kind of costs my opponent the game, because they could kill my commander, not simply chump block it. Although, I guess they wouldn't have infinite stats, so... If only they scried after Rampant Growth, they might have won. If only. We've all been there. This is the... What is this one? Merfolk something? Something Merfolk? Yeah. This one, it's that weird alchemy thing that, like, explores 3 times. Let's play... Doesn't quite matter. Doesn't matter. I think a land is fine, right? Yeah. Defense of the Heart is something they have to worry about. I don't know what they're going to do about it, but they have to do something about it. Wait, why am I blocking? Am I crazy? Let's play... the only card I can? I guess trading would have been... No, there's no way. That's not a thing I can conceivably do. Just can't do that. Alright, well, the question has been asked. What do you got? Unfortunately, the win is in my hand, so there goes that. I guess I just get 2 blow-up things, because that is a lot of... Oh, right, I'm up against Merfolk. I can just do that. Alright, blow that up. 1, 2, 3... Alright, yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't have the I win immediately thing, but I'm just going to totally hose their board. I'm going to kill this, and I'll probably just kill these two. Unless this does something. Proliferate when it enters. It could be a problem. That could be a problem, but I think killing more creatures is better than the 1/1 that might proliferate. It's a lot of mana to do that. So, yeah, blow that up, kill these two. Leave them with these. And then they still have to deal with this. It didn't go away. It's still just sitting in play. And I guess I can cast my commander too, because they would have to deal with that next. Otherwise, I just win next turn with Godo. Right? No, I only have 10 mana next turn, unless I get an untapped land. The tap lands have been kind of annoying, and they're only here for Valakut. Maybe I can just stop being weird about them. I don't think the mountain count... I don't know, the tap lands are so unbearably bad. Like, they have been bad almost every time I've seen one today, too. Sometimes they're only bad a couple times, but, like, they've been truly awful. And there's not even that many. Do I even like these? This is not like a landfall deck. I don't know. I have Lumra, I guess. Maybe I don't want these goofy fetch lands. To which there were very few anyways. Alright, well, you know what I think about Table of Passage. Yeah, this is different enough from Omnath. I've come to that conclusion. How many lands? 41. Okay. We have scary defense targets. You don't really need many, to be honest. You just need it to resolve. It's pretty hard for defense to not be crazy, even if you're not playing a bunch of stupid Eldrazi, which don't even have cast triggers. I could add another giant stupid thing. It seems like every time I'm trying to go for it, it is good. I just haven't had many games because Hi-Bye doesn't care. Again, don't know if I like Atali. It doesn't work with my commanders in play. It does flip into something insane and is Blightsteel Colossus. Maybe that's just good enough. It is Blightsteel Colossus. I'm going to try Atali. I mean, I like it. I think it's like $30. I was trying to get one the other day, and I think it's like $30. It's kind of nuts. Oh, I want an Atali for paper. The Cavaliers? I don't think I like either of the Cavaliers. No. I don't like the red one. The green one's okay. It's okay. It costs 5 mana, though. Ideally, my 5 mana play is my commander, and not like some Cavalier thing. It's kind of the old point. And then untap and suddenly have 10, 12 mana. Doesn't stop me from playing Hour of Promise, though. Some of these 5s are still strange. I could try to just play 0 5-mana cards, period. But I think the ones I have are okay. Yeah, I would not ever play the red Cavalier, but the green one... I feel like I would just be taking out a 3-mana ramp spell for a 5-mana ramp spell. I don't know. Also, I have Eldrazi that just shuffle in. Yeah, no, I don't think the Cavalier would make sense at all. Oh, it's mono blue again. Well, I guess we're just hoping for a colorless thing for Labyrinth? This hand is sketchy. But we shall see. Might end up just having to play it really soon. If nothing happens here. That is so unfortunate. Alright. We're going to be smart and do this instead of not doing this. I'm going to get rid of all of that. Alright, that was... Okay, I could have maybe kept Itali, to be fair, but I really need it to hit something impactful, and I should just see as many cards as possible. So I'm pretty sure Emery's a combo deck. I don't currently see a combo. Let's do this. I can't get an untapped green. There was no way to get an untapped green, so it is what it is. That's... I mean, I can kill my opponent with that, to be fair. I can do that. Of all of these, I think this is slightly the best. Because I can forage it, and it seeks, so it doesn't shuffle. Yeah, I'm going to do this. That was just the best thing I could have asked for. That was, like, the best possible thing to have happen. Okay. Okay, well, we have lethal in 2 turns, assuming nothing happens to me. Is there any reason to... I'm actually going to cast this and hope they counter it. Okay, they didn't. I was kind of hoping they'd counter that. Okay, they sort of kind of countered it a little. That, I think, worked out for me. I think? Glenn Alendra's answer, wow. Well, I can try to go for this. I mean, there's not really much else to do. Especially if they do nothing. Sacrifice it. Mana ability? Okay. Alright, this looks like a win. Fabricate is a combo piece, so this is probably my turn to find it. They knew that was on top. Which means they didn't know about this. So I should just win. Mona says, oops. Yeah, this... I guess they might have had a counterspell, didn't leave it up. Or they just dealt with the wrong thing. See, this is the second time it's happened. Somebody dealt with this, and it was right to cast it. Because they're threatened by what I can do with twice as much mana. But that just means the other thing I'm trying to do is now possible, which is one-shotting my opponent. How many lands did I sack? 1, 2, 3. So no Valakut. No Valakut. I probably just get the Dark Depths thing. I mean, assuming, you know, I didn't have just 600 damage. Yeah, I shouldn't have made a video about High-Buy, because now that is probably true. Everyone only just plays the same, like, 5 shrines, and doesn't waste their time with the bad ones. I think my recommendation was the blue ones that draw the Sanctum of All, because if you hit it, you basically win automatically. And then a couple of the other ones. I don't like the white 1/1 counter ones, but if Go Shintai is in there, maybe it's fine. Not really a big fan of it, but I've seen it be crazy. I did beat it, though, I guess. Although I shouldn't have, to be fair. The sack ETB lands? Yeah, just for more nonsense. I don't think I have a sack ETB land, I just took it out. I think I just took them out, right? Like 5 seconds ago? Before that very game. I think I did. What is Ashling? The elemental thing? Okay. Do we kill it? This could be anything, so I don't know yet. Most likely a green thing. No. But it could have been Lightning Bolt, to be fair. Well, I did the 1 into 3 on the play thing, so this is about the best thing you can do on the format. Other than, I guess, a wall of 2-mana counterspells. Which, I suppose in this spot wouldn't have actually lined up very well. Alright, we're just doing the mono-green ignore each other thing. Except my opponent's a 5-color deck, so they'll just pivot into game-ending stuff. Green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then play this thing? These are the same. These are the same. And this might end up just being a land. So I'll just do that. Alright, well I have stuff, but my opponent has Badger with 5,000 mana, so maybe it doesn't matter. That is a Phyrexian tower. It's a bit different. Oh. Okay. Sure. Probably doing nothing for way too long. This game is probably over. I think I'm just doing nothing for way too long. And apparently my opponent does have some kind of 0-mana spell here, so I'm just going to evoke something gross and the game is over. I'd have to have Birthing Ritual in play first for that to work. But I guess it's something. What? Okay. Yep. Sure. Oh, it comes back. I see. I don't think they had to do that, but they did. What was I even doing? What do I do here? Whatever. Like I'm here to think. Also, I think the activation of a Mutavault is what's holding priority, not a evoke thing. Well, it feels like they're in top deck mode, so. Each opponent sacks a permanent of their choice. Great. 2 permanents. Of course, why not? Alright. Yep. They played the mono green, ignore everything your opponent does, and then, uh-oh, I'm falling behind. 5-color mythic rare pile crap comes out and I lose. We just got toxic deluged. I should have just conceded right when they cast it. I don't really know what I was doing. I gotta start to actually start really genuinely conceding. And stuff like that happens because it's 0% chance to win. Let's get rid of that. You know what? I don't know which one I want to get rid of. Probably a Tali here. What is this? Reaper King? Cityscape is slightly more I'm going to just take the consistent one. We're taking the consistent one. Especially with our commander, so... Another land. I don't think I need this. I don't think I need this. Take out Skew Storm? No, 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 no. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I didn't read Reaper King. Alright, yeah, I guess it would have been smart. Well, to the bin it goes. Yeah, that would have been smart. Alright. Did not read the Reaper King. I think I'm playing Overlord because that gives me my 6th land. Because otherwise I untap and don't quite have much going on anyways. I could simply just play it regardless. No, I think the payoff of this is just high. This is just a higher payoff card. Especially if it doesn't die. Also, I don't even have much to steal if I were to cast Emrakul anyways. What? Oh, okay. Go figure. Let's play you. And this. Can they get this back over and over? An opponent controls? Okay. Well, they kept that card on top. And then they drew that card. Great. I wonder what that means. Okay. That is not currently enough. But something's telling me it probably isn't what they're done doing. Of course not. I don't even think Emrakul's good enough, even if it works. It's not bad, but it keeps me in the game, to be fair. There's a lot of cards that don't care about it. I mean, if they have a removal spell, we can move on with our lives. So I guess they don't have one? Okay, now I can't steal anything because it all dies. Cool. I could also just be dead here. Yep. Fun. They didn't even really do anything particularly powerful other than just green mana dorks. That was far and away the best thing my opponent did, and it was good enough. But the rest of what they were doing wasn't, like, crazy or anything. Can I please get, like, anything? Well, that works. Mossborn... Do I need both of these? I don't care. I need a land. And the Ujin player always gets to go first. That is a land. I need another land if I'm going to do it in the same turn, which I probably have to. Wow, they didn't have a mana rock on 2. That is a world first. World first scenario. Saw it here first. It's not like Skewed Swarm matters. I'm just going to play it. I might need the 5th land at the same time with this. Otherwise, I could just, like, lose trying to cast it. I'm not quite sure why they had to think about that. I don't know what other line matters. You're doing the same thing with all of your cards. But that was interesting. Okay, so we do this. And now we just have to, like, hope there isn't... I don't even know, actually. I don't know what they could have that matters. I don't know. We'll find out together, though. That does actually matter, because they can just do the thing again, so... I don't think there's a world in which I don't do this, though, so... It's still, like, the best thing to do. 1, 2... It's only 7 next turn? My opponent has the best card in their entire deck, because of course they do. It's basically the only thing that lets them stay in the game. But, typical. I draw literally nothing of importance or impact. So, that's fun. Well, ideally this is never dealt with. And they didn't play an Eldrazi. Well, this deck doesn't really play Eldrazi, because they're usually pretty inefficient. You just have to cast Ujin and win. Honestly, Wurmcoil's a bit strange, too. Oh, they have the other best card in their entire deck. Yep. Suppose that tracks. Probably the only card in their deck that actually answers this, unless they're running Eldrazi. Oh, and then you have Kyle. Okay, yep. I'm clearly wasting my time here. Just the nuts. Typical, typical, typical. Forsaken Monument. The far and away best card in their entire deck. The only thing that lets them stay in after Annihilator 4. And they had it. Only card that mattered. I could beat... I'm pretty sure I could beat everything else they could conceivably have, so... The mana doubler instead of the leader that comes back? What? I don't know what you mean. Cityscape Leveler could have done something if my opponent then didn't have the second best card in their deck. Yeah, that's true. Might I blow up Ujin? Because I lose with the Ujin ultimate. Hello? What? No, I can't really cast the 15 mana one. We could probably get rid of this. I could get rid... No, I can't get rid of the land. Yeah, alright, we get rid of Stoneball, but that's fine. Alright, well, if I knew I was going to draw land, I would have got rid of something else there. Okay, let's grab you. I think the Dark Depths thing is worth it here against Grist. Oh, I do have Terramorphic Expanse still. Whoops. Sure, probably shouldn't be in here. Let's do that. Not gonna lie, I might have just made a mistake. Oh, I did. Oops. Oops! It'll be fine. How many? Just 2. 2 is okay. Right? I mean, how do I not cast this? I don't know how, in what world I don't cast this, so I'm gonna cast it. I didn't hit another land. That's annoying. Well, I can easily forage, I guess. What is the ward on this? And the ward's pretty... Okay, they just completely ignored Lumra, which I guess is fine. You can just block it forever, and it doesn't matter, to be fair. Can just sort of do that. So I can cast this and this, but I don't know if that makes any sense, because I don't have to cast this. So I should just ignore it, and it'll let me cast the rest of my deck normally. Because I just blitzed to 10 mana. Well, Grist is going to have to eat that, but I did forget Thespian Stage. Mill Protection, yeah, that's not... I sold it as like a bonus, I guess, to be fair. This is why I'm not a big fan of this Ulamog. It's so easily dealt with. Like, incredibly easily dealt with. Yeah, I forgot Thespian Stage. Also, Valakut's still stuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have the mountains for it. Did I get rid of anything impactful? Kind of. Kind of. I can cast this and give me a ton... Wait, let's do this, actually. Yeah, I'll just kick it. I should take out the graveyard stuff, because my opponent could use it against me, and I have no access to it anyways. I think more mana, more better. That's what my belief is right now. That's what I believe. So let's tap whatever, it doesn't matter. Swing here again. And we can start removing counters from our thing. Valakut is the last land under the Omen Path. That makes 7 1/1s, right? Yeah. Well, I'm never getting through that. It's funny how long they could just absolutely not care about my Lumina. Alright. Can't cast that. Do I think they're gonna Omega block my 5/5? Do I care? No, I kind of really don't care. I don't see why they would block it with a bajillion anyways. But I guess I have a 20/20. I should have enough mana to do that right now. Yeah. There was a reason to not swing with this, to be fair. There was absolutely a reason to, I mean, there was a reason to not swing at all. I could have killed this thing. That could have maybe mattered. The first ever honest merit lodge? Maybe. What does this do? Stuff. Oh, okay. Or nothing. Yep. I guess they had to think about that. I don't know why they had to sit there and contemplate that for more than a nanosecond. Cool. Just always have it. milled half your deck, the last possible card in your hand, kills me instantly. Fun. Truly enjoyable. They probably just top decked it too. Typical. I don't think I've done Sig before. I forgot to take this out. Whoops. Forgot to take that out. Come on, man. Okay. Yep. I'm taking out the Terramorphic Expanse. Come on. Actually, the Terramorphic Expanse made me mulligan the first hand, which was perfectly keepable. Like, I'm gonna say full stop, it cost me that game right there. It cost me the opening hand. The biggest thing making me mulligan is... Wait, where is it? Is these things in the first place, too. Like, I probably shouldn't have been playing them in... Hey, why am I stuttering so much? I should not have been playing them inside of Omnath either, to be fair. Alright, this commander just sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. It just sucks. It's awful. It is just awful. It's like the most ironic thing to play when Rofellos exists, that not only shows up when it actually matters, it also lets you cast anything you want. So I feel like I'm playing Rofellos at home. Which would have been okay if it doesn't pit me... What is making that noise? Something's scratchy in my mouse. It would have been okay if it wasn't pitting me against, like, high-buy every other game. Which, I mean, it's been a minute since I've seen it at this point, but still. I also keep drawing very awkwardly, which is probably a testament to the deck. I don't think that's me being, like, lucky or unlucky or something. I think I've just drawn kind of weird. Do I want just mountains? I think I'm just getting 2 mountains here. I don't really know if I need another green source, and if I do, it's just a higher chance that Valakut matters, I feel, than having the 3rd green source matter. Alright, that was an interesting decision by the opponent. I'm not sure what all of that means. Not sure. Oh, I forgot. I didn't actually mentally register what I was playing against. Okay, Kefka. So, some kind of counter spell. I'm so focused on losing, I'm not paying attention to my opponents. Yeah, it is a cool commander. I like it. It just sucks. Not everything can be good, especially in a format as tight as this one at this point. You can't afford to be, like, funny and goofy. Is this good? It kind of is good, but it also, like, isn't great. I'm gonna keep it. There's no way they counter it, and it sets up ideal Valakut lines. Like, you're not countering this, right? That would just be weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I only need 1 mountain. And then I can crop rotation for Valakut, and then I just have Valakut doing things over the course of this game, potentially. Assuming they let that happen. Prismari command. Alright, I'm gonna do it now. Let's get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, alright, let's get rid of you. Alright, Valakut's in play, and it might do something. This has 5 toughness, but Valakut, you know, I mean, it's a thing. It has text on it. That is ironic. I don't see a reason to play my commander for, like, any reason ever. There's only 4 of these. No, actually, that's not true. I added some. That is not true. That's right. You give me my 0/3. That's right. Another strange card. So far, everything's been strange. No, that's not everything, but... Yeah, I should have played the land. I shouldn't have been stupid like that and not played it. Okay, well this is unfortunately counter-worthy. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't, like, not play the game. I gotta genuinely play the game, so... What's funny, too, because it still hides the fact that Thespian Stage is in my deck. It's kind of funny. I have no shuffle, so I just got time walk. Typical. Cast my commander? Right? Yeah. It doesn't do anything. If they want to spam counterspells on this, I feel like that's perfectly fine, because it literally does nothing. So that's ideal. Yeah, the helm value is real. Okay, well, we're in top deck giant spell territory, which we have the capacity to do. Bit odd. That was very strange. Let's do this. Okay. You got it. Well, Commander it is. Look at that. I guess I should have cast my Commander first. Oh, we just top deck a removal spell? Yep. It tracks. I think this is better than casting the Helm, even though my opponent kept the card on top. So, I cannot use Helm, it's equip 5. There's no reason to swing. Okay, that's what they kept on top. I probably would not have kept that on top, but it does the thing you want to be doing, I suppose. I almost hope I did not hit an Eldrazi. I can't actually tell if I did. I did not hit an Eldrazi. So I can put him down really low. Did I just win? Wait, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, not enough. I was going to say if I could copy this. Alright, I'll just play this then. My opponent doesn't have anything going on. They're in top deck mode. They have to do something off the top. Kefka's not good enough. Okay. I'm going to present lethal. Okay. They found a top deck answer. That is unfortunately not doing anything. There really is no reason to lightning bolt this. I value the lightning bolts elsewhere, so I'll just let them block. Like, I'll just use the Valakut in a different way, and I can't cast this. But it doesn't matter, because we're still in the you can't cast this anyways to make me discard. Because then you lose. Alright, now they need to top deck something very precise to come out of this. And it looks like they didn't. And... alright, sweet. Get schmeeded. Okay, well, I beat a wall of permission and good top decks. They blew up the board, which doesn't matter too much. It's kind of surprising, given the amount of time they had, that I didn't just get blown away by something crazy. But this flipping, to be fair, really isn't that scary, especially with an army of arboreal grazers. So it's not like killing me really fast. Also, it costs a lot of mana to do it, and you have to do it at sorcery speed. So I'm not surprised I didn't go for it. What I am surprised, though, is I didn't mill an Eldrazi to shuffle this back in, which I didn't want to hit one, because that would mean if I hit something graveyard-based, I wouldn't have access to it. And I did hit the graveyard-based card there. Yeah, funny helm. Funny, funny helm. That is not what it's in here for, but look at it go. Look at it go. Look at it get there. Doing the thing. Okay, if you told me I won 7 games so far, I would not have believed you. But why would Wizards lie to me? Oh, wait. Don't answer that. I forgot what kind of era of Magic we're in. It's Yasharn again. We saw this, what, 2 days ago? Well, it's another hand. You're just waiting to draw a thing. I did find a thing. Does that help me this turn? No, it doesn't. Okay, let's do this. Stompies. This thing. I can do the thing. Was that the Mana Dark? Is that better? Play you. No, I'm gonna Farseek instead. Oh, I can't Farseek. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Don't listen to me. I got scared for a second. I will take that. Oh, wait. I don't keep it. This does not seek. It shuffles. Tragic. I could have ordered those better. I'm used to everything that, like, pulls something out in response, seeking, instead of, not doing it. We have Pock in this deck. I don't think I've seen Pock in my hand a single time. Forgot it was even in here. I don't think I have seen it a single time. Harrow cannot be cast with this, right? Can't play... Yeah. So I don't have Harrow, but I don't think that matters too much. It probably doesn't matter really at all, actually, given the situation. My opponent has all the green in the world, so I don't have to hold this. Am I playing this, or am I playing this? I think access to this is better. In fact, I don't even know why I would want to play this right now. Right? I don't see a reason to actually play that, so... We're gonna get Dark Depths and the Thespian stage. And this. I'm all in on it. I don't care if it backfires, which it can. Oh shoot, I saw the rope. Was I thinking that long? Wait, I thought I can't cast this. I thought I could not cast this card. Okay. Apparently I can cast this. I'm a bit confused as to why. Is it... Wow. Okay, now I guess I will cast this because it doesn't actually matter. Sorry about that. Opponent, that took way too long. Let me... this confuses me. Can't pay life second. Non-land permanents. Okay, so I can sack my... with Hara. Alright. All I had to do was read it. It confused me last time with the treasures, so... I got kerfuffled. Okay, so I have the funny thing. And I'm gonna cast it. Alright, we're over it. Yep. There's plenty in a Yasharn deck of cards that just deal with this, so I'm kind of surprised they don't have one. They could have at least seen what they milled. I guarantee you there's like 10 board wipes. There usually is in this deck, so kind of interesting concession. But there you go. I almost forgot it was under that Ujin's thing. Almost forgot. Almost forgot. Almost forgore. This is a sketchy keep, but we're against a deck that's probably going to ignore me come turn like 3 or 4. My opponent's reading my commander. That's not a good sign. Or, I mean, maybe it is, but I don't feel like it. I'm going to really want to draw a land here. Oh, they have the best card in their deck. Cool. Fair enough. To me, it seems a little crazy to expect this to resolve, but I suppose anything's possible. Lumra, does that matter? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's better than the average thing I may or may not have, so... But I don't think most top decks are relevant here, so... Weird they played the Mox? I guess so. They just didn't want to sandbag priority for 6 years. That's fine. I guess I'll play around Wash Away? Okay, can't play around Force Spike. Silly me. Oh boy. How fun. This game is 100% over. Not wasting my time. Okay. On the play with a green 1-drop? Yep. It's not the broken one, but interesting. I guess it just always gets in there? I don't know. Is that fine? Yeah. Okay, another interesting one. I guess I'm playing Ice till next turn? Yeah, I'd say so. Is there a fight effect? Is that what's going on? Could be a fight effect. Doesn't really change anything. So, is there a thing to do next turn with Worldly Tutor? I could just double trade, honestly. I could get Lumra? Which means they draw 2. If they cast Toski, there's no way I don't just cast Lumra and they just draw 2. Like, there's just no way, right? Like, you just draw 2. They can't be better than Lumra next turn. Unless, of course, it is, but I don't think it is. Lumra feels particularly good right now. Guess it doesn't matter which fetch land I use. Oh, I gotta be careful. Alright, I refuse to expect this to happen, but I gotta, like, not actually hit an Eldrazi. Because that would be very upsetting, emotionally, if I hit an Eldrazi there. Alright, now we can hit an Eldrazi. We just got, like, 15 lands. If I do or don't, it's fine. Okay, we have a 15-15. I have a ton of mana. I have Thespian Stage if Ice Till lives. But it has to live. I think Lumra is scarier right now, so... though, to be fair, it really kind of isn't, because I can't swing with it anyways. So, it doesn't have Trample. The Ice Till is actually scarier. Okay, let's block that thing. I could have blocked with Lumra, but I want Lumra to soak a fight, if that's what's going to happen here. I don't know if this deck's playing fight effects, though. Probably isn't. Depends how many Death Touch things are going on. Apparently there are. There's enough Death Touch things in this deck to cast that card. What does this do? Okay. I mean, opponent, if you have another one, like, what are we doing? Yeah, there you go. It's not rocket science. Okay. Suppose I'm holding mountains. Alright, I have a lot of mana, and I can make it 2020. I think next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He has 18 mana. Okay. So, ice counter. I think I'm double blocking? I don't know what the problem of that would be, so I think I'm just doing that. I don't need my commander. In fact, I kind of shouldn't even want my commander in play. So let's just do this. Like, if you have a combat trick, it doesn't change anything. Oh, they just have Boseiju. Of course they have Boseiju. Yep, thanks for making me waste my time. Appreciate it. Does that do anything? Not really? Still gonna cast it. Have to hold the mountains. Yep, go figure. Typical. Does that help? It gets Valakut, but that's not enough damage to kill my opponent, so I don't think there's any other thing to get. Other than a mountain with it. So, there you go. Let's, kill this thing. And this can't do anything unless you have a 1/1, which they do, because they're commander. Alright, so I'll just kill face. Okie dokie. Good old Gulta. Uh, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Doesn't work. Dead by 1? Or is it lethal, so it doesn't matter? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Lethal damage was assigned, so it did work. Okay, whatever. It does work. You only have to assign 1 to the Gulta. To the thing. Atali. Yep, infinite perfect fights. You got it. With a Beseiju. Literally everything you needed. Everything you needed. It's like, literally only Beseiju. Nothing else would have done it. But, go figure. I don't know why they made me click through it all. One into 3 on the play. Game's probably already over. Probably already over. Maybe I can... Does this blow up enchantments? It does not blow up enchantments. I'm always killing the mana dork here. Always killing it. I would never do that. It's just... Plussing is irrelevant. When you're done 1 of the 3 on the play, nothing else matters. You might as well shut your opponent out. Well, everyone else has a perfect answer to everything I've done. So, let's just assume this person does too. They mill nothing that matters. Has to come out of hand. That doesn't do it. I guess we're good. I didn't have it. Lucky us. Oh, never mind. Of course they had it. Yep. Silly me. Always. Always. Masked Vandal. You got it. Another person who, yet again, just sandbags it. I have the mana to cast it, so... I don't know if I cast it immediately. Wow, is it another 1 to 3 on the play situation? Is that what's going on here? I don't think there's a reason to cast this right now, so I should do this instead. At least I think I should do this. Fury is also good, so... Nah, I don't really like Roxanne in Historic. It's alright, I guess. Okay, well, I'm just going to lock them under Defense of the Heart for the entirety of this game. Good luck. Yep. Can't do anything about it. Fury has flash, yeah. It's messed up, you can, No, it is flash. What are you talking about? It also goes face. I think that was gonna be the first time I cast Fury. I think, right then and there. I think so. Oh look, it's us, except they draw infinite cards while we don't do anything. I mean, I have a Birds of Paradise. That's something, I guess. I have yet to see anyone lose when they're on the play with a 1 green drop today. Not a single person has lost having done it. Okay, well, they didn't play anything. Love to see it. Okay, never mind. They just countered my ramp spell anyways. Perfect fetch land? Oh, no. Oh, opponent had to count. Interesting. Are you excited for Atali to whiff because I can't cast non-creature spells? I'm excited. Also, I just lose to Scute Swarm anyways, so it's not like it matters. Opponent, this, it doesn't matter. Good grief. Don't think double Primeval Titan does anything. I hit my opponent's Ulamog, which I don't imagine helps that much. I think I'm just dead on board. No, I guess I'm technically not dead on board, believe it or not. Swing for that much? 8. Yep. I mean, Crater Hoof kills me. River's Rebuke effectively kills me. Cyclonic Rift effectively kills me. That probably effectively kills me because I just play 2 lands and I lose. Cool. Yep, you got it. Fun. Mono green, except my opponent is the better version in every conceivable way. Crazy. Alright, I'll play a couple more, but this is futile. This deck is horrendously bad. I can't even beat the mono green matchup mirror because my opponent has better blue spells than I have anything ever. I would have died even if I killed the Scute Swarm, so it just didn't matter. Why would it? It did not matter. Probably not going to be able to resolve anything here, but this is almost as good as I can ask with a fetch land. My opponent just binned a Day of Judgment. That's a testament to how irrelevant what I'm doing is. I'm going to cast this Rampant Growth. I can name Druid, then I can't really get a Tali through. Which is... What if I just named Dinosaur anyways? What if I just named Dinosaur? Actually, I shouldn't have played it. I just shouldn't have played Cavernous Souls. That was just stupid. Yeah, I just shouldn't have played it. I got caught up on it. But my idea was, like, if they don't do anything, I can then do something that maybe kind of does something. We'll see. As Foretold is scary, but it's very slow. In fact, most games of Historic Brawl don't really care about this at all. It is way too slow on average. Am I untapping with my commander again? That's like a world first, huh? Alright, they're grabbing this sweeper they got rid of 10 years ago. I could just get rid... Actually, that's actually quite significant. Oh, I can just get rid of the sweeper. I don't have to cast it. Okay. Yeah. There you go. That's kind of funny. Now they just don't have the sweeper. That doesn't matter. That's really funny. That's the funniest use of Atali I've ever seen. Wow. That is so funny. Oh, my opponent just has a rebound Swords of Plowshares. Okay, you got it. Why not? Why not? Can still sort of do something with this Archdruid's Charm. Okay. Okay. I think it's right to play around the untap. Okay, that's the As Foretold card. Oh, shoot. Now I can't play spells on their turn. Well. Wow. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Come on, man. Come on. Got to be kidding me. How does this happen? They just, like, always have everything. It's so annoying. Oh, man. That would have been so cool to win. Oh, that's so bothersome. Oh, well. Come on. I had to respond to the Teferi. They had the answer in their hand anyways, so it didn't matter, but I had to respond to it. But, again, it did not matter. Whatever. No, that would have been such a sick win. Oop. Would have been such a sick win. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It didn't matter. It's still a mistake, but, still. What is happening? What is going on over there? Finn is not their commander. Notably. Why am I unable to block that? Oh, maybe I just clicked through it really fast. So... It doesn't seem like sneak attack is that exciting here, but it's the only thing to cast, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. Silly me. I don't think I've ever seen Questing Beast in the graveyard, in the command zone in my life. But it's funny because it seems like Finn is just next level better than their commander anyways. I thought it was 2 or greater. Oh, 2 or less. Let's do that. Let's do this. Doesn't really matter. That was excellent. So the only thing that can hit me is Questing Beast. And this is probably my opponent's last turn. Probably. What's with all the Death Touch creatures? You would think my opponent has Finn as the commander, given what I'm seeing, but Questing Beast in the command zone. Like, my opponent's strategy looks next level different when they don't have Finn in play. So this just seems really weird. At least I think it seems weird. It certainly feels weird. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, imagine Finn was in the command zone. This would have been leagues scarier. In fact, I don't think anything about what's going on is scary without Finn. It's just better than their commander here, so... It would be kind of cool to see what this deck does without their without their commander. Without Finn. Which, I suppose, the moment upon killing Finn, they gave up. So that's... I got what I wanted, I guess. I don't think there's a reason to, like, crop rotation for Thespian stage here. So, like, you just do this instead, right? It's not like... This... Yes, I thought this was greater. I thought it's less. Okay. Yeah, maybe Finn's normally their commander, but they don't want to play in Hell Queue, so they just blitz mulligan until they find it every game. Or something? I don't know. That's probably not the case. But still. The deck seems very different without Finn. You just have a bunch of do-nothing cards. But you could be right. Like, they did play, like, do-nothing Death Touch creatures. So it could just be, I mulligan for Finn and hope I play against something that isn't Keenan. But did they mulligan? I don't even think they mulliganed. I don't know. Imagine not having all of Questing Beast memorized. Actually, I think I do. Let's see. I just read it. No, I only read the power toughness thing, greater or less. It's got Vigilance, Haste, and Death Touch. And creatures can't block with power 2 or less. I thought it was greater. And then damage can't be prevented. Right? Yeah, that's one of them. And, damage can't be prevented. What's the other thing it does? Shoot, maybe I don't know it all. Oh no. Damage can't be prevented. It has... Planeswalker Trample? It's like Planeswalker Trample? Like, you hit face and the rest goes Planeswalker? That's my... Alright, so... Vigilance, Haste, Death Touch. Can't be blocked by power 2 or less. Damage can't be prevented. And then... face damage can go to Planeswalkers. That's my TED Talk. Let's see if I'm right. Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste. Power 2 or less. Damage can't be prevented. Yep. I didn't know exactly how the damage can't be prevented would read, to be fair, but still. And then, yeah, alright, so it does have Planeswalker. Well, it's not Trample, but you can send it to a Planeswalker. You don't have to, like, swing at the Planeswalker to do damage to them. Okay. Yeah, that last one is the weird one, because there's not many cards in the game that actually do that. Any hoodles, we're over it. I'm done. This commander is awful. I think, now having played it, I'm not sure. This always happens with really, really bad commanders, but I can't remember if I've played them before in the past. Let me actually look. I have not. Okay, I have not played this, as far as I'm aware. At least I don't have a list uploaded, which probably means I haven't. I've seen it in my opponent's command zone a couple times. In every time it's been in my opponent's command zone, they've played it in untapped and immediately cast Ulamog, like the 3 times I've seen it. So you would assume, having tried it myself, I would have that happen a couple times, but it wasn't as consistent as your opponents lead you to believe it is. This is exceptionally terrible now because there's stuff that this doesn't have a lower Q bracket to fight and play in. It just plays in whatever the middle one is, or the normal one, and it doesn't stand a chance there at all. Like, there's plenty of decks that ignore what you're doing. The mono green ignores you strategies do really like having a commander that's, like, super relevant, and this one just kind of isn't, right? Having a Forsaken Monument is not necessarily the scariest green thing. In fact, there's plenty of times where, and this happens with other commanders as well, where there's something better to do instead of casting this, and that's never a good sign. It's like, oh, I can cast this, or I can just cast Overlord, so if it dies inevitably, I can leave something behind that helps me later, as opposed to just playing this, having it die, and then having effectively done nothing at all. There was a Tatyova matchup where we were both doing the exact same thing, had the exact same one drop. We both had Scute Swarm, but you know what my opponent had that I didn't? The powerful blue spells that you start casting once you're done casting all the really good green spells. I don't have those, so I just got totally hosed. Also, Tatyova actually does something. This only does something if it's already in your hand. Tatyova just draws you the thing on its own. This does not do that. So this just doesn't really work. I also found myself mulliganing a lot, which means I'm looking for very specific things all the time that aren't just a 1 or 2 mana ramp spell. You can't play... I really don't think you could play this format in general, but you can't play this unless you cast a 1 or 2 mana card. You just can't. Like, if you don't have one of these, you mulligan. It's not a question of... There's no doubt about that. You're not doing nothing for 2 turns and expecting to win a game in this format, typically. And that kind of applies to most decks. You know, sometimes you can maybe get away with it with like a funny comeback spell like a sweeper or something, but for the most part you're not. You're really not playing the game by missing 2 turns of just land drops. Control decks can probably get away with it with not much else. The top end was nice, I guess. It really does want to be creatures because of this thing. I actually never got a Godo win, which is kind of sad. All you have to do is untap with this, and if you cast Godo, I'm pretty sure you just win, because it's an 11 mana combo. You do need a land, to be fair, but that should just win, and it never happened. In fact, it really didn't happen that I got to untap with this into anything at all. It happens sometimes, but I felt like I actually ended up just trying to flip this more than not doing that. There were 2 games where I was actually just spending 1,000,000 mana with my commander to slowly flip this without Thespian Stage. And both times, my opponent... One time, it didn't matter because they just had Crater Hoof. And then the other time, it didn't matter because after my opponent waited like 6 years for me to slowly click through it all, they just besaged it at the last second and wasted our time. I don't know why they did that. But, so there was a Besage. It just didn't work out. That was another thing that happened here, which you could say is because when you're doing one thing, even if you're doing it really fast, and that thing is disrupted, it feels like everything you've done is disrupted, because the one thing you're trying to do was dealt with. So you're top-heavy, or I don't know the term for that. Everything's on the tip of the spear, as opposed to the entire like shaft of the spear mattering, because it just doesn't. So you're trying to do this one thing, and if it's disrupted, it looks like all the stuff you've done before it has just been for naught, right? You just like did all this stuff and nothing mattered, which is really annoying. And because of that, yeah, Rofellos exists. Just play Rofellos. It costs 2 and not 5. It lets you cast whatever you want while also doing the exact same thing. And apparently, they're in the same bracket system. So, or the same bracket. You can just play against Rofellos with this, and you know what you're going to do? You're going to lose, because you're not going to do anything. You're trying to do what Rofellos is doing, except you're playing against it, and you're not Rofellos yourself. It's nice to have a Tali, like, flip as a Blightsteel Colossus. That is kind of nice, but it doesn't work out too well with this, because you can't cast non-creatures if this is in play. But really, you're not too upset if you hit, like, one of your non-creatures. You're really just fishing for a giant spell, or really just a creature in general. So, if you want to play this commander, you probably just have to do some kind of Gruul aggro thing, but it's kind of weird because your top end, it's weird to play an aggro deck and play 6 drops and stuff. Like, what are you doing with all of this mana except dumping it into, I don't know, fire breathing or something? You can't even, what is it? Embercleave, I think, is the equipment. Like, you can't cast non-creatures, so it's kind of a weird aggro commander, in my opinion, in that way. And it feels like this is pretending to be the colorless ramp decks with Ultima in the command zone. This is effectively the same as Ultima, except it's in, like, you know, in actual color, in the best color, really. It's just that, I don't know. I mean, with that in mind, you could maybe play even more giant things. Like, do I have my Ultima list? That's really the one-to-one comparison. I probably don't have it. I mean, there's Ujin. There's actually Ujin now, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I don't have my Ultima list. But if you play Ultima, you know, you untap with your 5-mana thing, and all of the lands tap for 2 instead of 1. It's the exact same thing, except you can play non-creature spells. So yeah, it just doesn't work out. It just doesn't work out. There's so many good things to do instead of this. And it is I will say, unfortunate that I did get totally stonewalled by almost every other opponent being high-buy, and I just can't do anything. It seems as though the high-buy players have taken my advice and stopped playing the bad shrines and only play like the 5 or 6 really good ones. And then the rest of it's just the first sliver again, and just 5-color $20 mythic rare pile. And you don't really do much against that. Unless you're doing the thing really fast and they don't have an answer to it. If this dies, you really are not going to end up casting these. It's just not going to happen. I never felt like I was going to cast 15-minute Emrakul. Yeah, there's just better commanders. I would say this is... No, I wouldn't even say that. I think the 7-mana Omnath that plays lands and makes 5/5s and stuff, that might just be better than this, because that is something to, like, play towards, whereas this is like you need something in your hand already. Omnath is like, oh, you just play your cards and you make 5/5s. This is like you have to specifically have something already. So I don't know, but I am a huge fan of Ujin's Labyrinth, and I'm finding it to be applicable to more and more commanders, so it's certainly good here. But alright, that's it. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.